On this week's episode of Speedway The Inside Dirt, the first SNZ Mini Sprint title is up for grabs with the New Zealand Mini Sprint GP at the Robertson Holden International Speedway. It's qualifying night for the New Zealand Street Stock title at the HITS 89.5 Miani Speedway. We are at Stratford Speedway for Boxing Night, teams racing between the Stratford Stormers and the Rotorua Rascals.
At the New Zealand Mini Sprint Grand Prix here in Palmy Speedway, and we're talking with a current champion. He's not defending it tonight though. Christian Hermanson, mate. It's good to have you along at Palmy Speedway. You must be looking forward to watching a bit of mini sprint action, yeah?
Yeah, it should be a good night. There's probably realistically about 4 or 5 people that could win tonight. So, and the format, being a one race final, we'll make sure that we'll seat all the fast cars to the front later on. So we'll hopefully get a good show in the feature.
Now you won this event 4 times in a row. And you're not defending it tonight. Does it feel a little bit weird sitting on the sideline knowing that, you didn't just win this event once, you're the 4-time defending champion, really?
Yeah, I mean, it has been a little bit strange to be out of the car this year, but sort of been helping out my mate, Elliot Heron, in the 72 car, and sort of come on as the crew chief on the car, so trying to, impart some knowledge on him and get him going, and, hopefully if he could win tonight, it would be... it'd be just as special as sort of winning one myself.
Hey, your crew chief, did you have to take a lot of, go and talk to Mike, your dad, for a bit of experience and knowledge on being a crew chief?
Well, actually, Mike's on another car tonight. He's helping out Todd Phillips in the 37, so we were just talking on the way in the gate. It's the first time we've ever been on opposing teams, so hopefully my driver can sort of do it to his driver tonight, and I'll have one over him, but no, pretty much everything that I know he's always taught me, so there's nothing sort of rocket science on that, but yeah, hopefully we can get the 72 tuned up tonight and at least keep Dewey honest and maybe even sort of pip him towards the end of that feature.
Okay, catching up with 2NZ, Shane Jewett. First off, actually I want to start last night up in Stratford. It was, boxing night, in Stratford. It was pretty chaotic and you binned the car, mate, so how much prep's gone into this in 2 nights really to get it here tonight?
Let's just say me and the crew are lacking a little bit of sleep at the moment. Other than that, we've been going hard. This time yesterday she was pretty much a bare chassis.
So what sort of went wrong in Stratford? Maybe not what went wrong on track, but what happened to the car? What exactly did you have to fix up?
Basically we ended up riding a wheel and nosediving the wall. So we've bent the chassis, we damaged the sump, steering box, engine plate, torque tube, and everything.
Mate, if there's a team that can fix a car overnight and get it ready for a major championship, it's Shane Jewett. And Shane, mate, we'll get on to tonight, the New Zealand Mini Sprint Grand Prix. You finished second here last year, well not here, but at the event last year. You'll be looking to go one step further and take the top step of the podium, yeah?
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, looking to take that top spot. He's done, I think, 2 in the GP a few times now, so want to get that monkey off our back and just win it.
Right, New Zealand Mini Sprint Grand Prix here in Palmy, and we're catching up with the 18S of Daniel Nicol. Daniel's my co-interviewee for the Mini Sprint class, and this time you're on the other side, mate. We'll start off second at the Manawatu Champs a couple of weeks ago behind Dewey, but tonight's a whole new ball game with the New Zealand Grand Prix. You haven't podiumed at a national event before. You must be pretty confident in going into this one to finally take that step.
Yeah, man, it's what we always work towards, so it's one of those things. Down here a couple of weeks ago was awesome. Finally got the car going where we need it to go for a change. It's been a slow start to the year, just battling away with what we changed in the winter time. So to come down to the Manawatu's and finish down there second again 2 years in a row, I was stoked, mate. It was awesome. So bit of confidence coming in tonight, change the car up again like you always do. It's racing, man, you're always searching. So hot laps are good, felt alright, very similar. So looking at the track and what it's doing, it may be very similar to what it did the other week. So hopefully if we can stick to what we learned and gathered up a couple of weeks back at the Manawatu's, we might be doing alright.
There's some top drivers on the spanners in the pits tonight, David.
There's a lot of mentoring going on too.
Christian Hermanson's on the spanners, Mike Hermanson. We've got Aaron Rose out there somewhere. I saw Ben Vaughan. Ben Vaughan's on the spanners, the current 3NZ. He's spannering up 18S. So tell you what, there's a lot of top drivers that are crew chiefs tonight.
Now that's good to see because the mentoring will be going on. I'll be very, very keen, each of them, to make sure their driver is up there.
So here we come, round to the start line, and we're underway. Great start there, Dylan Smith. Fed the right rear out into Jeffries, and off in goes the 53 out of Wanganui. Good to see it in one shape this time round. Look at Todd Phillips, the 37, straight into the third spot and behind Jeffries. Eulenberg sticking there as well. And right around the outside, here comes TJ, the 13P, all in it. Look who's right in behind him, the 2NZ, Shane Dewar. Shane Dewar, the 2NZ, already up on that high line. So still leading it, Dylan Smith, the 53 out of Wanganui, in behind him. It'll be Nathan Jeffries, the 8P. And we've got the 37P of Phillips. Rounding outside, Shane Dewar looks on the 55S. Eulenberg tries to put a nose up in the inside of Dewar. Dylan Smith's cleared off though, the 53. Well and truly out in front, as has Nathan Jeffries, pulled a bit of gap on Phillips. And Phillips now under a lot of attack, and up the inside, Shane Dewar, the 2NZ, goes into third. And look at this, our race leader has been caught well and truly, so there must be some problems for the 53 car. He missed something there because he's dropped back into second after a huge lead that he had. Nathan Jeffries is leading the race now in the 8P. And now look at this, Smith is coming under a heap of attention as Shane Dewar looks to try and make a pass there for that second spot. Meanwhile, out in front, with 4 laps to go, Nathan Jeffries is still holding on. He's got a bit of steam coming out of that car as well, the 8P. These big 15-lap races for the mini sprints. Dylan Smith doing a good job holding on to that second as Shane Dewar can't find a way through. Phillips still holding on to third, and look at this, Elliot Heron now, the 72. He's crept up into fifth spot. And look at that smoke coming out of the 8P. He's getting a bit more each lap, but he knows he's got one to go. Nathan Jeffries will just keep it going to the checker. The 8P holding on to the lead from the 53. Shane Dewar looks like he's going to have to settle for third. The battle's on still down to the line though, and Nathan Jeffries will come through for the checker. The 8P takes the win, the first heat of the New Zealand Mini Sprint Grand Prix. He hauls it up pretty quick too.
Qualifying for New Zealand Mini Sprint Grand Prix underway. Heat 1, 8P Nathan Jeffries takes the checker. 53V Dylan Smith in second. Third, the 2NZ of Shane Dewar. Fourth, the 72P of Elliot Heron. Fifth to Todd Phillips in the 37P. In sixth place, the 85S of Aaron Eulenberg.
Here we go. Watch this. Go! As expected, Tyler's away early. Tyler runs fast. Damien, he's down in the back. Damien's a good hard hit man. There's Tyler. 53. Aaron down for Rascals. Battle's going on. It's first across the line, and Tyler Walker is down there for the Stormers. Whoa! Trying to destroy 513 Caleb Label's car. They attack him. He's still going. 735, Keegan Orr down the back straight with 2NZ marked up here behind him. They are scrapping it out, fighting it out. Meantime, 1NZ still circulating for the Stormers.
Keep an eye on 513.
Watch this down the back straight. Watch this.
Nice block.
Damien goes in to take him. Tyler around the outside. Tyler gets through. Damien works well for him. Ah! There goes Damien. 1 and 2. Circulating around the track. That's 7 laps gone. 3 to go. Running out of time. If 1 and 2 can stay there. Mark Duffy shielding as they go past 2 of the opposition. Mike gets into them. Clears the way, Tyler Walker. Damien turns around, Look at that. Damien, he stands.
This is a fight. Here comes the flag. This is getting dirty. Tyler, 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. No, whether the car's near it. Half a lap to go. Watch the car down the bottom here, though. Watch the car down the bottom.
He's got no protection.
He'll come after him. He's
No,
around him.
let him go.
Finger flag. Stormers win. Stormers win. Stormers win. Round 1.
Right, here we are with the defending New Zealand champion from Rotorua, the 1NZ, Chris Shingleton. Chris, good to see you back here at Meani with what you just said was about 3 years since the last time.
Yeah, yep. It's been a few days between drinks, eh?
Speedway tracks are all the same. You either turn left or right at the end of the straight.
Yep. Yeah, well, we go both ways, so yeah, it's either left or right, and just see how we go.
Now, you only got one run out there in practice, and you said you had a problem with the misfire.
Yeah, we had a fouled plug, some of the 3 decided that plug wanted to get wet and we couldn't clear it, so we come back in, took the plug out, cleaned it, chuck it back in again, but it still had a top end miss, so we've put another plug in there. Sounds like it should do now, so hopefully it'll do the bizzo in qualifying.
How's the season been going for you?
Well, this will be my 3rd meeting this season in this car. We come out late in the season, so our first meeting was, what was it? It was North Island, so I think it was 27th or 28th. Was our first meeting out in this car, so 3 meetings. I've been racing 19 years now, so it's just, yeah, you get used to it, eh?
What are your expectations coming here tonight? The pressure on a little bit?
Oh yeah, the pressure's always there. It's definitely there. You've got a 1 on your car. It's a big target. Everyone comes to these titles to try and get that, and I'm the defending champion, so to make it easier for them, get rid of the current 1NZ.
So what you basically need to do tonight is get through qualifying cleanly and avoid that repecharge tomorrow, because you don't really want to be in there.
No. So tonight it's about qualifying tonight, and that's what we're here to do tonight, is qualify. So we'll just keep our nose clean and just keep going forward, and people take a swing at us, we'll just carry on going through. It is the name of the game, it is part of it.
So this car's looking pretty straight, and it's nice and clean as well, but is this car brand new this season, so you've only done 3 meetings in it, or is it a car that you've freshened up again from last year?
No, actually it's brand new. Everything in this car is brand new. So we sold the old car last year, our 1NZ car. It went to Christchurch. I was retiring, I was out of it, and then decided, it's not me to not defend the 1NZ. So after we sold everything, we decided to buy everything again, and we built a brand new car and brand new motor, everything brand new, and we built it, and yeah, here we are. So
who's going to make the best start off the front row? Alan King gets the run down the inside in the 59 car. Whoa, we got one round already. The 28 car from Christchurch has been spun. Peterson got turned around and gets shoved to the wall. Alan King with a stunning opening lap to lead Green Group in this first run. The 848 car of Richard Bracken has been turned around. Soper in the second spot, being chased by the 87 of Adams. Adams has got a good turn of speed as the 6 car of Gooch takes a run across the grass. That's where they are, nailed into turn number 3. Wow, I'm not sure who that was. Shingleton has moved up into the top 7. The New Zealand champion, the Aussie Spears 1NZ for Rotorua, siding through the opposition early on in this first heat race for Green Group. But on the run to the line for Green Group, heat number 1, the 59R of Alan King's going to take the flag. Second place will go to the Nelson number 98 car of Neville Soper. Third place across the line for the 87B of David Adams. And they let him go. Have been told we will give you official points after the second round of racing, after that 10-minute period, once they're confirmed. Well, the 26 car's gone from grid 1 to almost the rear of the field. It's the 8W car of Tristan O'Donnell out in front. Challenge on the race lead. McSherry switches his attack to the inside. Gets on the brake a little bit so that he doesn't run too wide in turns 3 and 4. O'Donnell out near the dirt. Yeoman's out in the dirt as well, trying to fend off Cody Gooch. Man, this car is fast. Look at that, just powers past. Goes through to the race lead. We need the live stream camera to focus on that battle out in front as they come down the back straight. Look at Shingleton, the 1NZ, started from grid number 8 and he has moved up into the top 5. Shingleton's making sure that he goes straight through to the main show. 1 lap to go. McSherry is gone. He's run away, he's hidden, and he's come all the way from Christchurch to do it. Possibly the first time on the racetrack for this guy at Meani. Can't remember him being here before, but he takes a commanding win in Green Group Heat number 2. Second place is O'Donnell in the 8W. Third place, only just for the 6G of Cody Gooch. As they throw the green, Shingleton on the inside. Round the outside for Derek in that big station wagon. 77W Bouzard goes to the grass, gets turned around off turn 2. Shingleton starting to stretch away out in front. Derek's still running strong in second. As they charge past the start finish straight. Let's have a look and see who's moved up into third place. The 28C car gets attention from the 848R of Bracken and gets turned around. Shingleton from Derek, O'Donnell in third. Soper's in fourth. Gooch throws it sideways, tries to get a run up the inside. Derek's taken a wider line, and here comes Gooch now down the inside. Should have the horsepower into turn number 3. Derek's going to stay out on that high line where there's a bit of grip. The car's, oh, he's made a mistake. Derek slaps the wall with the left front. Drops a position to Gooch. 1 to go for Shingleton. The white flag will come out. Shingleton understeering through 1 and 2, but it doesn't matter. He's done enough as he heads down the back straight for the last time. Started on grid 1, will win the third heat and go straight through to tomorrow night's finals to defend that championship.
So your green group qualifiers for the New Zealand Street Stock Championships are Cody Gooch, Chris Shingleton, Dave McSherry, Alan King, Tristan O'Donnell, Ben Ewerman, Neville Soper and Ben Derrick.
Early setting the pace, we go green. Look at Shane Jewish straight to the outside line, already into second, putting the pressure on Hurley. Nichols goes with him as well. Nichols from 6 up into third. A great start there from the outside row. There's Jordan Simmons, our pole sitter. New driver, of course, getting amongst it. Hurley, though, is your race leader. Jewer in behind in the 2NZ. Back to Nichols, back to Simmons and Hart. Then we go to the 38 of Donald Kuriger. The battle's on the minors, though. Look at Dylan Smith charging through, as is Nathan Jeffries in the 8. So they're coming from the rear of the field after max points, heats 1. Okay, so 33, 57 and 85, all out of the race. A bit of damage out on the infield. Either way, Cameron Hurley's the race leader. We go green again. Hurley leads it from Jewer. Jewer already putting the pressure on. Oh, he's got the car to the inside. Oh, he almost rode the rear there. He won't want to be doing that again in a hurry. Shane Jewer putting the pressure on Hurley. Still Daniel Nichols sitting in the 3rd spot ahead of Simmons in the 97 and 4th. Elliott here and charging on as well, the 72. From grid 10 up into 5th. Donald Kuriger in behind him as well. Yeah, yes. Oh, we got 1, 2, 3. All up and over. Huge pile up. How many cars have we got left?
Not many.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 from 17. We had 17 starters in this race.
It's almost a 50% attrition.
Right, we're going to go green this time around. No mucking about. Cam Hurley, the race leader. 82S leading the way. Shane Jewer now. Oh, Daniel Nichols so close. The 18 car so close to Jewer. We could have had another incident there. Hurley looks to try and clear off because he knows Shane Jewer's got the pace.
is the full race distance for this second qualifying heat of the New Zealand Mini Sprint Grand Prix. Cameron Hurley is currently leading and Shane Dewar is sitting in the second spot. Daniel Nicol in third, Elliot here in the 72 in fourth. White flag though, last lap for Cam Hurley. Race that seems to have gone on forever, David, this 15 lapper.
I'm surprised the 2NZ hasn't managed to get up or get advantage of it.
Normally oh no, 97 with problems. Oh, Sean Dickey collects the 58. It's all gone the last lap. But Cameron Hurley, the 82, he brings it home safe. Heat 2 and the 82S of Cameron Hurley takes the win, avoiding the disaster behind him. 2NZ of Shane Dewar in second, third to 18S Daniel Nicol, fourth again for the 72P of Elliot Heron, fifth the 58S of Bailey Betts, and sixth to the 10S of Sean Dickey.
Hey, catching up, Heat 2 winner of the New Zealand Mini Sprint Grand Prix, Cameron Hurley, mate. Must have been good feeling pulling away from Shane Dewar like that, yeah?
Yeah, well, we're on our money a little bit this season, a little bit more, so yeah, we're expecting, to do well. So yeah, but hey, Shane's a great competitor and probably the benchmark of the class, definitely at the moment. So to hold on to a win over him's a great result from me and my crew. Yep.
Started down the back of the field in Heat 1 and finished up with a 12th. Probably was good that it was Heat 1 because it was all on out there for Heat 2, and being out in front made it definitely a lot easier, didn't it?
Yeah, it was. I come past the grandstand there and seen a whole lot of carnage, and you never like to see that for fellow competitors, obviously, first and foremost. I was trying to make sure the guys are all right by driving by them. But, yeah, the sun strike down that straight was very hard in that race. When I was leading the last couple of laps, I actually had to try and sit my head up in the car to actually, block the sun out. So, yeah, it's just one of those things, and it's unfortunate, yeah.
All right, catching up, 2NZ Shane Dewar, mate. You said you binned the car on Boxing Night. It doesn't look like it, man. That car's flying out there. Third in Heat 1 from the rear of the field and second in that one.
Yeah, no, I was quite happy to sit behind Hurley in that one. I think he finished halfway through the field in the first, so it puts me on good points, so no need to risk it too much to win a heat,
So you sort of buttoned off in that one, did you?
Oh, not intentionally. I adjusted the shock the wrong way, so slowed up, so it made it a bit harder for myself, but again, not going to push it too hard.
Provisionally, I think I got you on front row for the feature race, 25 laps. Obviously, these have been 15 lappers. You've got a bit of work to do on the car between now and then. Much to change in the setup?
Tyres.
Just a brand new set?
Yep.
And I guess you've got the bells and whistles in the car to adjust along the way?
Yeah, that's all right. I normally do that wrong, so the boys will set it up beforehand, and I'll probably muck with it during the race and make it worse.
All right, catching up with what I have provisionally on the front row with Shane Dewar, Elliot Heron, mate. 2 fourth placings here in the qualifying New Zealand Grand Prix. You've got Christian Hermanson on the job on the spinners. Obviously, he must be doing the thing, eh?
Yeah, he's been pretty helpful to us all year, to be fair. Kiwi Grit doing the driver coaching, I suppose you'd say. He's been having a bit of a time trying to bash it into my thick skull, but it's working okay. He's been pretty instrumental on the crew, so it's been really helpful.
So as we say, 2 fourth placings. How's the car actually handling out there, and how's the driving and the track going for you?
Yeah, we were really good. The first race, I think we were pretty fast. We were probably faster than we ran, but just passing in that first one was a bit of a mission. I didn't really get going on the start. I should have stayed up high and made a bit of a mistake there, so that was a bit of a rookie deal, but we're supposed to be growing out of that sort of stuff, but it didn't work out too well for me today. But second race was a lot better. We could move up, and the lane was a lot wider, so we moved up there, but I got tied up behind the 18, and I couldn't make any more forward progress. He was too quick for us to get round, so it was okay though. Fourth, like you say, puts us in good stead on the grid, so much better than last week. We had a real fight last week, so better to be up the front than out the back gate to begin with.
Brendan, good to have you back in the bay. This is a track that you've spun quite a few laps on in the past.
Yeah, it has, and ready to go for tonight, and we had to practice this before, and everything feels good.
Car looked good.
Yeah, car looks good, and yeah, we're good to go.
You won this championship 2 years ago at Riverside. Now you got the 2NZ on there. You've been pretty consistent those last couple of years, but what would it mean to grab it back?
Yeah, it'd be good to grab it back, but there's 47 other cars wanting to grab it back too, so we'll grab it, and we'll just go there and give it our best shot and get through qualifying first and go from there.
I was talking to Chris Shingleton about it, and I was saying there's some fast South Island cars here, and he said it's because they keep buying fast North Island cars.
yeah, it's good to have the Christchurch and the Dunedin guy up and a few Nelsons, so it's good to have them here to make it really a New Zealand title, so it's good.
Do you do anything different to prepare for this meeting?
Nah, we do a little bit, just more checking over the car a bit more thorough and just little bits, but nah, we're ready to go and give it a shot.
So you've got to get through qualifying tonight. You've got 3 races to make sure that you get into the main show, because with only 2 going through that repechage tomorrow, you don't want to be in there.
No, not really. 2's pretty cutthroat, but it is what it is, and we'll just go qualifying tonight and see how we go.
Here we go. Great start for Kingy in the 75 car. Oh, Kingy's gone wide. He's opened the door. Brendan Gooch fires it up the inside. The 23 car's been turned around. Nigel Potter. Towler's been slammed into also. Gisborne cars running 1 and 2. Then it's the 11R car of De Melmonch. De Melmonch, who won this championship something like 7 years ago. 25 car gets turned around. Neil Smith goes round. Shepherd's gone wide. Melling just steams up the inside. Could have driven 2 buses through that gap. 3 wide off turn 2. Through the inside. Towler trying to come back. Kingy has got the lead that he needed. He's got a buffer over Gooch in second place. 2 laps to go. Third place starting to tighten up. De Melmonch in the 11R car comes under threat from the 72 from Hawke's Bay. Darren Melling looks strong, the Hawke's Bay champion. Oh, Kingy's off. Kingy's gone to the infield. The race leader. And as they make a run to the line, Brendan Gooch will take the honours. The 2NZ car with the win. 72, Darren Melling finishes up in second place. 11R De Melmonch for third. Here we go, getting ready for white group, heat 2. Great start on the outside of grid number 2 for Darren Melling. Melling was on it. He was ready to go. He will lead him down the back straight. Had a good opening qualifying race. Melling comes under a little bit of pressure, coming under attack from second place. Wow, nice slide job there for the 29C. That was some great car control. Well, every point is vital in qualifying. Gooch is moving through the pack as well. The 2NZ of Brendan Gooch, champion 2 years ago when he won the title at Riverside. Well, Jones is definitely quicker into the corner, but Melling, almost the tap and run from Jones, but Melling held him off. Jones will have another go. It's a big rival right there. Jones from that first race had a 12-point finish on the first one. Oh, contact on the wall. Darren Melling looks good out in front. This could give him a whopping 39 points after 2 races. We'll wait for those officials, of course. And Peterson in the 433 Christchurch will come through for second place. Oh, the 96 car's turned himself round right on the last corner. And Brendan Gooch will go through for third place. Brendan Gooch from grid 12 to third. Good start for Peterson on pole. Here comes a 65 of Lauder from the second row. Lauder almost snuck through on the inside for second. Shepherd on the outside in this 56 car. He might have the run. He does have the run around the outside. It's a faster line down there in turn 3. Hawke's Bay running 1 and 2. Shag out in front, a.k.a. Shepherd. Towler, though, side by side as they run down into turn 3. Towler takes the inside line. Shepherd's on the high line. Towler's looking good, though, on points. He's currently race leader. Oh, almost threw it 2 sideways. Towler is currently joint points leader with Gooch and Melling. Towler doesn't want to throw it away now. Oh, he's going to get a big push down into turn 3. That was from the 15 car of Ben Turner. Towler back to his favourite line round the outside. Oh, Melling's gone off. Melling's going to drop points. Coming to the line. Tim Towler will win heat number 3 and go through to the finals tomorrow night. Peterson finishes up in second place.
Your white group qualifiers for New Zealand Street Stock Champs are Mick Peterson, Brendan Gooch, Daniel Melling, Tim Towler, Stephen de Melmonch, Phil McNamara, Benji Smale, and Daniel Curran. This Saturday night at Miani Speedway starting at 6 p.m. is the New Zealand Sidecar Grand Prix. Support classes include solo bikes, TQs, saloons and production saloons. This Saturday night at Stratford Speedway starting at 7 p.m. is the Taranaki Stock Car Champs and Street Stock Best Pairs. Support classes include modifieds, saloons, mini sprints and adult mini stocks. This Saturday night at Ocean View Family Speedway starting at 7 p.m. is the West Coast Production Saloons and West Coast Youth Mini Stock Champs. Support classes include super stocks and mini sprints. This Friday and Saturday night at Ruapuna Speedway starting at 6 p.m. is the New Zealand Midget Car Championship. Support classes on Friday night are quarter midgets, TQs and modified sprints. And on Saturday, quarter midgets, TQs and 6 shooters. This Sunday afternoon at Moore Park Motorcycle Speedway starting at 4 p.m. is the Australasian Sidecar Championship round number 1. This Saturday night at Beachland Speedway starting at 6 p.m. is the Production Saloon GP and Sprint Car and Saloon Top Gun event. Support classes include street stocks. This Saturday night at Riverside Speedway starting at 5 p.m. is the Southland 6-shooter Champs and the Christmas Trophy street stocks. Support classes include the mini stocks.
All right, one of our local drivers that I just quietly have got dibs on for a top 3 this weekend, Brent Reddington. Brent, you've had good form. You retained your Wellington Championship just a few weeks ago. You lost your Hawke's Bay title, but you were still in there fighting for it. And with the 3NZ on the side of the car here this weekend, you'd like to improve that by a couple of numbers.
We'd like to qualify. Obviously, that's the aim. It's always been the goal. And then tomorrow night, just go for it. Home track in front of a home crowd. It's been the goal since I started 5 years ago. So I've had a fair bit of success before that, and it's been really, really good. But to do it here at home means a lot. So, like anyone, at home always something different. I really put a lot into the Hawke's Bay Champs when we have it. Sometimes I even use the bumper in the Hawke's Bay Champs, which I just take it up a gear for Hawke's Bay. It means a lot more for me. And then obviously, if we lucky enough to get in tomorrow night, we'll be going for it.
So apart from changing the clutch in the car, just basically a nut and bolt check to get ready for tonight?
Yeah, for sure. A couple of new rubbers on the steering rack, just a result of a bit of movement after a few big hits at Rotorua. A good going through everything. The shield off, the fuel pump and filter, the lid off, check the battery. It's all time-consuming stuff. Doesn't cost anything. And I think that's where we've always been fairly successful throughout motor racing. We've spent a lot of time doing the basics and being ready. So pretty well known not spending any money on things, and we haven't on the off season spent $17 on terps to put in the good old Dulux house paint to make it a bit shiny. I see we've got the 3NZ on there. We've even sprayed the paint on this year instead of brushing it on between meetings. So we're putting a bit of effort in with the 3 in the side, and it means a lot. It means a lot to have it there too.
Reddington to the lead. We've got a car turned around already. First lap issues for the 14G of O'Neill. Look at Reddington right up on the high line on this racetrack. He's got half the straight race lead over Mike King in the 58R car. Hampton's still in third place with Dryden in fourth. Fifth place for the 9G car. Sean Gooch battling in there as a Gooch always does. Hampton comes under pressure from Dryden. Dryden's going to move him out. Oh, we go red. 2 cars up there on turn number 2. 858. Bracken is fast and is moving forward. It's still Reddington, King, Dryden. Then it's Bracken. Bracken gets by Curran. David Hampton. David Hampton's got a left front flat tyre. That's the problem with 1 to go. Hampton's nursing it, and Gooch has turned him around. Whoa, no love lost for the Gisborne drivers right there. David Hampton's been turned around, and it was by the 9G of Gooch. Reddington has won it. Second place, only just hanging on, will be King in the 58 car. Third place, Dryden. They throw the green. Good start on the outside for Daniel O'Neill in the 14G. Remember, there is pace on the outside of this track. Dryden in second place in the 33 car. Sparks are flying down the back straight. It's the 14 of O'Neill in front. Second place is the 858R of Shane Bracken. Oh, what's David Hampton? Oh, not David Hampton. What's the duck doing? The 65 David Brand. I'm getting all tongue-tied now because Brandy's all over the place. 858, Bracken in front. O'Neill in second place. And again, David Brand, he's not going to have any left rear quarter on that race car. Oh, gets caught up with the former race leader. Smashes him out of the way. And Dryden goes through on the inside. There's action aplenty in this one. Reddington's going to line him up. Reddington dives down the inside. Hawke's Bay clubmates side by side. as Bracken gets into the back of one of the lap traffic, but he gets through okay. Still race leader, the 8:58. Now the white flag is out. Bracken's missed the corner. Bracken got on the brakes and understeered down into turn 1. Up the inside for the 61 of Tom McSherry. Side by side with lap traffic right in front. Bracken steams back around the outside. Gets into the back of the 86, and as they come to the line, Bracken is just going to hang on for the race win. Well, another stunner. Here we go as they throw the green. The final qualifier. Curran with a good start. Oh, and not a good finish. He gets pushed. And Brand gets into the side of his clubmate. Just nowhere to go. Reddington was involved in it. The 27C car is there as well. Paul Leslie. Gooch will make a run for the lead. Uses the bumper on the 99 car. Tried to move him wide on turn 2. Slides up the inside. Gooch gunning for the race lead down the back straight. Goes through. Oh, makes a slight mistake. There's a car in the middle of the racetrack down there at turn 4. They're going to go red. So Gooch in front. Hampton now through for second place. Dave Brand's come through for third. Baldwin running the fence down the back straight. He's going to drop positions. Whoa! Wow, what's going on with Baldwin? And he's still on the gas. He's got left rear damage. Bounced off the fence. Last lap flag is out. 1 to go now for the number 9 for Gisborne, Sean Gooch, to be possibly the third Gooch to go through to the finals. David Hampton in second place. Brand running that high line on the outside. Can't afford to drop any more points. We go red. We go red, but Gooch has finished the race.
Your black group qualifiers for the New Zealand Street Stock Champs are Brent Reddington, Shane Bracken, Mike King, Sean Gooch, Tom McSherry, Dave Hampton, David Brand, and Paul Leslie. Shane Dewar, the 2NZ, will start from pole position. Elliot Heron in the 72 outside of him. 82S, Cameron Hurley off 3. 18S, Daniel Nicol off 4. Todd Phillips in the 37 off 5. Sean Dickey off 6. Bailey Betts, the 58, off 7. Dylan Smith in the 53 off 8. They make their way through turn 3. Elliot Heron will set the pace as they come out of 4. The green's up. We go live, 25, the New Zealand Mini Sprint Grand Prix final, and Heron dives into the lead. The 72 car straight away in front of the 2NZ. Nicol goes into 3rd. Hurley drops back into 4th. Sean Dickey's on the charge in the 10S, the Terminator. So here we go, the race is on now as Elliot Heron, the 72 ahead of the 2NZ. They're off and gone. Daniel Nicol is holding off a very fast charging Sean Dickey, the 10S. Had a quiet night and he's opening it up in the feature. He's underneath Daniel Nicol. Nicol drops back. Oh, we got one up. He lands it down. Oh no, it's all on here. Nicol's gone around on the infield. Cameron Hurley's got problems in the 82. It was all on for the 3rd spot there. We're going to get the caution out. We go yellow. So they come out of 3. Into 4. Elliot Heron leading the New Zealand Mini Sprint Grand Prix. We go green again. Another good jump. And look at this. Sean Dickey already trying to attack the 2NZ. Not going to happen this time around. They're off and gone, the race leaders. Oh, Daniel Nicol, he's got problems big time with the 18 car. Straight to the back of the field. And look at this, Dewar on the back of Heron. Shane Dewar catching the back of Elliot Heron. He went for a slide job out of turn 2. He's on the charge now. The aggression starting to show in the 2NZ. Lap traffic could play a big part, and they're almost catching lap traffic because Elliot Heron now, the first car approaching, Aaron Eulenberg, and look at Shane Dewar lining them up from a distance as well. Well, they go too wide. Stephen Hart retires, so we lose the 33. Aaron Eulenberg, she's making it hard for Heron. That's allowing Dewar to get back amongst it. Here comes Heron, leaves the door open. Dewar up the inside, they make contact. Dewar gets out of the throttle. The lap traffic very much playing a part in this one. 10 laps remaining. Here comes Dewar up the inside again. He still can't get it done. Elliot Heron has to get past this lap car because Dewar is breathing right down his neck, right above him on turn 2. Here comes Dewar up the inside of Heron. They're side by side out of 4. Oh no! We've got contact! Dewar's stalled it. Dewar's stalled it on the main straightaway. We go yellow. Shane Dewar hauling up. The field's going by. He's been deemed the cause of the yellow. Well, 7 laps to come from the rear of the field. I wouldn't count him out of a podium. I wouldn't count Shane Dewar out of a podium. I don't know if Shane Dewar can get to the front in 7 laps, Dave, but do not count him out of a podium.
You get halfway there, I think.
Here we go green. Heron, a good jump there. Dylan Smith up the inside of Betts. Oh, he pushes him to the infield, and Dewar straight to the outside. Keep an eye on the 2NZ. He's already passed 3 cars. Make it 4. Heron though, Heron's gone
5
in the lead. So Dewar's back up into 5th place, the 2NZ, and he's got 6 laps to get himself back on the podium. As he looks to make a move around the outside of the 58, he slides it up high, brings it down low, and he makes the pass, so the 2NZ into 4th. And he'll have eyes only for the 37 with 4 laps to go. The haul is on for Shane Dewar. Elliot Heron, he looks to have the title sewn up. Sean Dickey in 2nd. Todd Phillips is currently in 3rd. But here comes the 2NZ once again. Dewar, Phillips, who's it going to be? The last step on the podium. Oh, Dickey spins himself out. Dickey spins himself out. We're going to have a massive 2-lap dash. We're going to go green this time round. Heron leads it. Boy, he hauls them right up and they go green now. Shane Dewar already in 2nd. Dewar up the inside. Oh, how was that? That was a close one. He made the big dive for the lead. Heron holds on. Dewar in 2nd. Todd Phillips has gone back into 3rd. Bailey Betts puts the pressure on as the white flag is about to fall. It's 1 lap to go for Elliot Heron in the 72. Shane Dewar, what can he do? Oh, he's held it. He's held it. He held on so close there. That would have been his podium. Either way, the championship, the New Zealand Grand Prix, goes to Elliot Heron. Shane Dewar finishing up in 2nd and Todd Phillips in 3rd. Well, there's our 25-lap feature done, and your New Zealand Grand Prix champion, the 72P of Elliot Heron, 2NZ of Shane Dewar. Todd Phillips finishes up in 3rd in the 37P, 4th to Bailey Betts in the 58S. Dylan Smith in the 53V comes home in 5th, and 6th to the 10S of Sean Dickey. Now, after the New Zealand Grand Prix feature there, SNZ weighs the cars, and it was deemed the 37P of Todd Phillips was underweight. The 58S of Bailey Betts failed to weigh in, so your New Zealand Mini Sprint Grand Prix podium, the 72P of Elliot Heron in 1st, 2NZ of Shane Dewar in 2nd, and in 3rd place, the 53V of Dylan Smith.
All right, we're down here with the NZ team. We're going to catch up with Shane Dewar. Dewey's in here somewhere. Dewey, mate. Here he is. Come on, Dewey. Come out here. We're going to have a chat. We're going to have a chat. All right. Runner-up New Zealand Mini Sprint Grand Prix. Probably wasn't the plan at the start of the night, but to be fair, the car also wasn't meant to be damaged leading into this event and bent, eh?
No, definitely wasn't the Cinderella story we were hoping for. But hey, I threw everything I could at it.
And you done bloody good at it too. Hey, let's talk us through that 25 lapper. You and Elliot got off to a hell of a start and off and gone. And then, yeah, you spun out into the rear of the field. What was the go there?
We had the pass going on there, and someone thought that I shouldn't be passing him, so narrowed the track up a little bit for me, and away we went.
And made contact, and you went. Hey, let's be fair. If you were in the same position, you would have done the same thing, though, wouldn't you?
Definitely. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying bugger that guy. I mean, you do what you do, man.
Exactly.
It is what it is.
Now, from the rear of the field, we said it in commentary. Look, watch out for the 2NZ, and straight away you're on the loud pedal. And I think you got up to 4th when another caution came out. Obviously, the car was well and truly set to go, though, wasn't it?
Nah, car's still not a Hyundai, so I've got some work to do the next couple of days because we're going to Christchurch on Thursday. So no, we got a gremlin to find there. So not a Hyundai, but we'll get it.
Obviously, it's good enough to come from the rear to pick up a podium, though.
Yeah, good enough, eh?
Hey, Dewey, look, you still would be pretty happy with a 2 GP.
Yeah, 90%. 90%.
I mean, to be fair, it's good to see the competition well and strong though in the mini sprint class, and not just the 1 or 2 people dominating it though.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's good to see, good battles going on. No, I'm not just running away or someone else not running away with it. Keeping good honest battles going on, man. Put on a show, isn't it?
Hey, Dewey, obviously because, like you say, at Boxing Day there was a big tipsy and a lot of effort went into the car for this meeting. You want to thank a few people for that?
Oh, definitely. I've got to thank the boys, man. I mean, these boys have put on a lot of effort the last couple of days. Even had the old man on tools for a day.
Wow.
I mean, I think at one point there we had 7 guys working on the car, and we've just been going hard for the last 48 hours, mate. Like, hey, and if I didn't have these boys behind me putting in the effort, I wouldn't be here.
Right, down here with our New Zealand Mini Sprint Grand Prix champion, Elliot here. And Elliot, 25 laps, it's all done, and you are the winner.
Yeah, pretty stoked really, and just can't thank my guys enough. Man, the car was on fire tonight. It was unbelievable. We sort of went into that first corner and I was thinking, man, I can't believe we're in front. Hopefully this stays for a little while. And next thing it was 5 laps, it was 10 laps, and we were just still rolling. And man, the thing was so good. The car never got any worse through the race. We kept dialing the shocks through the cautions, and it was just so good. It was an absolute weapon the whole night. So just gotta say, got to thank my guys. That was just a great result for the whole team.
Like you say, you got to the lead from the go. You just dived down in front of Dewey and off you went. Then he made a big move up the inside. Did you see that coming and think, oh no, here we go. Here comes a spin up or a caution or something?
Yeah, well, he had a bit of a go like the lap or 2 laps earlier, and I sort of realised, I was like, man, I'm going to have to cover this inside. Obviously, I didn't really know where he was, and obviously at that point it was like, well, he's pretty close, so we're going to have to look after that. So next thing he was in there, and yeah, I left him space and all of that. It seemed like it was just a bit of a racing deal, but unfortunate that it had to go down like that. I would have rather duelled with him the whole race, but I mean, that was worked out to our favour in the end, I suppose, anyway.
Well, you almost did. He came from the rear and he ended up second still. Hey, you also went out in that feature with a bent front axle, didn't you?
Yeah, it was tweaked. It wasn't too bad. It was no.
Come on, play it up. It was bent. It was bent. It was bent.
It was no Hermo last year's champs spec. It was just a bit of a tweak. So, but we made a couple of adjustments, and the thing was a whole lot nicer. I was worried that I was going to be fighting it for 25 laps, and over that length, your arms would never stand up to it. You'd just be beat up. So, luckily we had the thing pretty dialed, and it was really good on the back end, and it was just I could sit in there and be comfortable and not have to work too hard. If we had have had it any other way, we would have been in big trouble. So.